Today on The Real.
On Girl Chat, bill splitting between a couple.
I asked Adam out on a date.
Did you take care of everything?
He paid the bill.
Then it's a pro and con kind of day.
The con is I gotta work with these three heifers.
Plus, Adrienne's advice is absolute.
It is just a name. If you really love this guy, you could be a hooker and have a bunch of little hookers. The Real with guest host Michelle Williams. This is our today is a Grammy Award-winning singer we grew up loving as a member of Destiny's Child. Someone who's a wonderful friend to our show. Please welcome Michelle Williams. Welcome back to the show. We love having you.
Thank you. I love being with y'all. I was just saying how y'all have been killing it.
Oh, thank you.
And just praying more success for y'all to come. And you, Miss Thing on the end, you got a little inner stripper in you. Just
Off camera, I'm telling Lonnie, I'm like, what if I came out doing this dance?
Okay.
Well, how you been? Everything's good?
Yeah, how you been? Other than that, all is well. All is well. No complaints.
That is
good.
You're always positive mood. Always.
I try to be. It's difficult because I have a little petty in me, but I tried to leave petty back in 2016.
Oh, I heard that.
I just tried to, so yeah.
Well, you also have betting in you because you have just released an amazing new betting and home line called Believe at Home.
It's been something that I've been wanting to do. Destiny's Child, our last album and tour was in 2005, and I knew I wanted to do something outside of music. Yeah. But it's taken a little while to get the dream here, but it's manifested, it's come to pass. And I remember telling people about it, and they really didn't believe in the project. So that's why it took me time and to get the right team that believes in you. And now those people that didn't believe, I actually got to send them some Betty.
Don't you love that? That was the petty in you.
That was the petty in me. No, but seriously, do not stop believing. If there is a dream in your heart that you want to do and you feel like you don't have the support or the resources, it's in your heart for a reason. And I'm telling you, whether it takes 1 year or 5 years for it to happen, it's going to happen.
Yes. Oh, is that why you named it Believe?
I named it Believe because I never stopped believing, and there's a song that I have called Believe in Me.
Right.
And so you have to be selfish sometimes and say, you know what, I support you, Jeannie, but I got to believe in myself too.
Where can you get it?
Thank you. It is exclusively sold on eVine. It is a home shopping network. You can get in a lot of trouble it is so fun. So much good food, home electronics, and my line Believe is right there on eVine.
Wow. I heard that. I believe. Come on, girl. Believe it. Yes. Okay, there's something that I want everyone else's opinion on. When you have to make an important decision in your life, do you ever weigh out the pros and cons before you decide?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Yeah. Something many people do when it comes to a major issue in their life or relationship is to make a pro and con list to help them come to terms with their decision. And the reason why I realized how important this was is because the other day I was talking to a girlfriend of mine. So she liked this guy for about a month or two, right? And he finally noticed her and he asked her out, and she was head over heels because she like landed the guy that she really liked. So they started dating. I'd call in. She was super excited about him. And then just last night, I called her to ask how the relationship is going. And she was like, oh, I broke up with him. It's over. And I'm like, wait, what happened? Yeah, because I thought you were really excited. And she goes, you know what? I realized I thought I was into him because I was building him up to be this guy that I thought he was, but he really wasn't all that. And I said, well, how did you realize that? She said, I made a pros and cons list about him.
Wow.
And I was like, oh, okay, well, show it to me.
Huh.
So I have the list, okay, you guys?
Oh,
let me read you some.
Okay. Is he gonna know that this is about him?
Is this the...
I got a lot of friends. You're gonna have to guess which one I'm talking about. Okay, so on the reasons that I should break up with him side, it's things like, I don't see a future for us.
Okay.
Other guys talk to me more and care more about my life and career than he does.
Oh, that's, yeah.
Right?
Break up with him, too.
We don't have any of the same interests. I'm tired of giving him more chances and nothing's changing.
Oh, that's a
And he makes no effort at all.
Did she print this or did you print this?
She texted it to me and I printed it.
All this within a month of dating?
Right,
She
right.
figured that
Just
out?
a month and maybe a little less than a month.
What are the reasons to stay, though?
The reasons to stay
Yeah.
with him is I like the idea of having a boyfriend.
That already is terrible.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
He's a
on
good
the con
kisser.
list, actually.
But isn't it true, though? A lot of women stay with somebody just because they like the idea of
That's
having
true.
somebody.
At least she
Something
owned
season.
that. She
They
owned
call it, you know, rather having I can't have all of you, so I'll take a piece of you.
Exactly, yes. And that he smelled good and he was a good kisser. This is where I should bring in that this girl is 15 years old.
Oh.
Oh, girl, we gotta be talking about Barbie dolls.
Right? No, actually, I was stunned.
So...
Right, because when I looked at that list of reasons I should break up with him, I was like, those are the problems that grown women today don't realize in the relationships they're in now.
You're talking right, actually.
Yeah, she's
and I
very
feel
smart.
like if you don't see a future with somebody, don't waste time.
Yes.
Let them be somebody else's future. There's a saying that says, if I'm not in your future, take your hands off me because your hands is on somebody else's future. I'm someone else's future. And if you don't see that in me, let me be somebody else's blessing.
And the fact that she realized this at such a young age, she has great
good.
parents.
Okay.
I would have to say, right?
First of all, I do it for a lot of things other than just a relationship. Like, I've made a list for this show.
Shocked me. I want to know.
The pro is I love working on the show and getting paid. The con is I got to work with these three heifers, not you.
She said 3. You'd be number 4.
Thank you.
Another
I'm
pro.
used to being the new one in the group. Go ahead. You know, it takes time. It takes time to gel with each other. I'll become a heifer to you one day. I don't know.
One day, you haven't graduated to heiferism
Okay,
yet.
I like it. I like it. I love
Okay.
it.
But that's just an example. I think that it's always good to make pros and cons. I guess maybe if you're talking about relationships, should you do a pros and cons and tell the person why? That's the question.
Okay, so I know someone, the husband and wife, they actually do a progress report on each other.
I love that.
Oh.
So I guess every anniversary, you will do a progress report.
Like a job review.
Yeah, like a job review. to
How are
say,
you doing?
How are you doing? Have you improved in this area that I had a problem with you in the past?
I love
mean,
this.
You know, so y'all tell me how it works out for you.
This is very progressive.
Tell me how, you
So
know.
let's see. Let's start with you, Tam. What would be your progress report for Adam?
Let me see. We've actually talked about it on the show.
He's doing, you guys, guess what? Ever since Lonnie's love court, guess who's been cleaning more?
Wait, are you saying the pile that's on the side of his bed is gone?
It's not gone, but it's most improved.
Little steps, like he's sweeping a little bit more.
that's
and
good.
he's taking the stuff out of the dishwasher so that once I clean the dishes, I can just put them in there. I don't have to take them out.
You know what? That's
huge.
I would divorce somebody because of that. I'm just
That's
playing.
funny.
You know what else is really great? When you talk about, I really appreciate these things you've done. I want you to know that these small things that you do don't go unnoticed.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
I
wow.
think
Okay.
that's super encouraging.
Now, one major decision every married couple must make is how they plan to split their bills. However, one recent Madame Noir article asked the question, is it petty if your husband expects you to pay half the rent? The question was raised after a woman on Instagram explained how she used to split the rent with her husband, even though he made more money than her. The woman's mother told her that he sounded more like a roommate than her husband. Isn't that interesting?
Listen,
I wonder how...
this young lady here in the audience, she's got on the black blazer right here.
Yes.
No, right here. Y'all should have saw her face. It said... She is not here for it.
I think the only part that triggered me is not that they're splitting rent, because I think couples should do that, but it's that he's making more than her, and then he's asking to do that. But maybe
he want to keep his coins.
Right, but I don't know, but for me, I think when you're in a marriage, two become one. So when one is doing better than the other, one kind of handles the weight until that other one catches up, so you guys can seesaw and take the ease off of each other.
Usually, so...
Right?
Yeah.
One person agrees.
Adam and I always...
Lonnie, no? Lonnie, you don't agree?
What?
Lonnie?
How can we
no
be
comment?
equal? What is it? I mean, this is why I'm not married, because I pay my own rent, all right?
It's true.
Yeah, but do you believe
crazy.
Why? Wait,
No, explain.
I mean, I don't understand if y'all, just be one. And you should have like an account where y'all put in money. That's what would be me. Y'all put in money and then y'all pay
for the
whatever,
bills.
And it should be a percentage of what you make so that it's equal.
Exactly.
Does that mean,
That's
like,
good.
every time we get a check, we pay 15% and we put that towards the household funds.
Right. Or
and now,
maybe he pays the big, if he's making more money, maybe he could pay a majority and then you pay like some little
utilities.
bills.
Some utilities.
Throughout
Like that.
Adam and I's marriage, at one point, Adam was making more money than I was. And then at one point of our marriage, I was. And what we would do is we would just adjust. So if Adam started making more money, we would still split the bills, but if he was making more, he would just pay for the children's clothing for the entire year, or he'll pay for the children's schooling for the entire year. And then I would reciprocate that.
Do you think you save money being married?
Well, if you have kids, no.
well, yeah, if you're splitting rent, in that case, yeah, you do somewhat save money.
That's a really good question, honey.
But I get taxed more than all of y'all.
Oh,
You
yeah.
do. We don't get them
You do
exemptions.
actually, yes.
Yeah, so that's where it kind of balances.
It's gonna be my
out. I
first
pay a
time.
lot
I've never
more.
seen.
Yeah.
Guys,
Oh, you gonna see a difference.
It is?
Not me. Yeah.
Well, I think I'm just going to stay humble and single and enjoy my own mortgage and car payment.
It is less stress. It is. Yeah, I mean,
but I think this also comes from, if you really, want to be real, this comes from the old thing of the man is supposed to take care of the house.
right.
Yeah.
And that's what we're saying, is that, are you traditional or are you a little modern and new age and saying, oh, let's be equal? Because my thing is this, if I'm going to be with a man, he going to take care of me like his woman, and I'm going to take care of him like he my man.
Yes, it goes both ways, in my opinion. And I like the idea of contributing. Maybe I'm old school, but my mom raised me very independent and very much you take care of yourself. My mom raised me different in the sense of you don't let a man take care of you.
Right.
You do for yourself.
Right.
So I get it. I actually had to let up some in letting my husband do for me. Is that you were similar in that way as well. But I feel really great about myself to be able to contribute to my household.
But it
I
just
feel
feels
good about that.
with a man. I have to admit, because if I go out to eat, and when that bill come, I ain't got to do this, and he does it first. It does feel good.
Okay, but how good does it also feel to say, babe, I planned a date night for us, and I've got it all set up, and I take him out? I love that.
Yeah, that's nice,
and
too.
men really appreciate that.
No, it doesn't feel nice.
Because they want to
Yeah, and then let me tell you the other thing
you do
about
it all the
splitting.
time.
Because it feels like you're thinking of him and you appreciate him for, stepping up.
I asked Adam out on a date the other day.
Yeah?
I did, and it felt really, really nice.
Did you take care of everything?
He paid the bill.
See?
Adam don't let
I tried, though.
So you
but
did.
he insisted that you not pay.
Yes, he insisted.
Well, if you end up breaking up with your man over finances, the question is the best revenge a banging body?
Hell yes.
Now, according to Vanity Fair, revenge body is when you morph your body post-breakup to look super sexy, and it is the latest and greatest trend. And it's not just for ex-boyfriends. Some people use revenge bodies to show up those mean girls who used to make fun of them back in the day, too. So, do you think looking good is the best revenge? Is that really like the saying?
Absolutely.
Yes. Is that the best revenge?
Yes. I think
Absolutely.
looking good and doing good and feeling good is the best, because you never want your ex to feel like he or she has you down in the dumps because it didn't work out.
Right.
I actually, my trainer actually texted me today. I actually am working on a revenge body. I'm going to say that I am. I'm going to keep it real, and I'm going to be off the chain. And it's to also the body shamers who always say, you need to eat. you need to do this. You need to. But I do know I can plump it up a little bit. Yeah. I can, plump it up. But I just think no, seriously, well, stop being petty, okay?
She's saying that to herself.
To myself. But seriously, looking good and feeling good. It's something about that glow on you that's saying, I'm moving on without you. You did not hurt me that bad to where...
And it is like the saying, happy girls, in my opinion, are the prettiest girls. The best revenge is being happy.
Yes.
And genuinely being happy.
With the six-pack.
And it's a crazy thing. No matter what, you end up finishing strong for yourself, and it can become a lifestyle.
That's awesome.
Make sure, that's right. In all of this, though, make sure you are doing this for yourself.
Yes, ma'am.
And not for him, because that's what truly matters.
Now, Michelle, this is a topic that I really want to get your opinion on. 19-year-old Camila Cabello, who recently left Fifth Harmony, spoke out a few months ago about her experience in the girl group. Camila, who joined the group when she was just 15, explained that she left the group because she was forced to grow up too fast. She said, and I quote, "Unfortunately, sex sells. There's definitely been times when there's stuff that I have not been comfortable with." She went on to say that she felt like she wasn't ready to show off her assets at that young of an age. Now, Michelle, of course, you have spent some time in a very famous girl group. We love Destiny's Child! Yes, look at you. But can you relate to what Camila is saying?
Well, I think, I don't know Fifth Harmony's all of their interpersonal dynamics, but what I can say as far as Destiny's Child is concerned, we had someone's mother and someone's father looking out after us. So to me, that made a difference between with having someone's mother dress us.
Yeah.
And I like how Miss Tina dressed us according to what we were comfortable showing, not because you have to show this because it's sexy and it's gonna be good. Like, I like to show my stomach and my arms. I hated showing my legs, but Kelly and B, they were just so toned and look, ooh, ow.
Yes, for the arch in that back. You better arch that back,
So it's amazing because sometimes in a group you'll have somebody close to you looking out after you, and then some groups don't have that luxury. Some groups, they just have the stylist assigned to them. You probably could understand, I don't know, you could have a stylist assigned to you. The executive at the label has a vision for what he wants the group to look like as well. And, whenever I see a new group coming out, my wish is that I hope y'all stay together and really just see the bigger picture, how you can take over the world and how you can use your voice and have a platform to touch and reach so many lives.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I completely agree.
Well, my experience was a little bit different.
Okay,
sorry,
here we go.
I had, the Disney machine behind us. So cute. And if I'm honest, I was much older than the character I was playing. I was in my 20s playing a 16-year-old. So I felt different. I was like, y'all got me covered in head to toe. Cheetah. Right. I was like, can I unbutton this shirt just a little bit? They were like, absolutely not.
This is Disney.
There is a morality clause. You will have that shirt buttoned up to here.
Yeah.
So I felt different in a sense. I was now experimenting with my own style and my personal style. And it was somewhat hindered in that way of like, no, this is the way your character dresses, this is what you're gonna look like. And I understood that. It was, again, for the greater good of the group. Now, what I have to say in this situation of somebody saying they were forced to do things that they didn't want to do, I'm sorry to say it, you can never really be forced to do anything you don't want to do. That's not anybody else's fault, but if you really felt that way, you always have a choice. You guys
can voice your 15, though.
At 15 years old. So at 15, you don't have no choice to do what you...
But, I mean, maybe she felt... Do you think she felt pressured?
Peer pressure.
Absolutely. I understand the peer pressure, but at the end of the day, you still have to take responsibility for the decisions you make, and you can't throw that on somebody else.
Right?
You can say, I chose to do it. It didn't necessarily make me feel comfortable, but you can't put the blame on someone else.
Or she was probably scared to say something because what if she's like, I really want to be in the group, but I don't want to make wardrobe be an issue of why I could possibly be put out or asked
and maybe
can't be in the group.
maybe correct me if I'm wrong, she felt conflicted because here she is living her dream, but it came in a different package than what she wanted.
Right. I think whenever you're in any type of group, you should be allowed to have your individuality shine. So if you have someone who wants to be a little more over the top,
you should be able to
go for it.
100%.
Because it shows so many other girls around the world that
levels.
you can be you can be you, I can be me, you can be you can be you. That's
Like
what I see on the real all the time.
Now she can dress however she feels, and I'm excited and interested to see about how her image takes a turn now, possibly.
We wish her good things.
In a recent article, Rack.com asked the question, have we all forgotten how to dress like adults? The article discusses the days when men and women used to dress in a sophisticated manner and dressing matronly was considered classy instead of uncool. So Michelle, do you feel like people aren't as considerate anymore about getting dressed up for certain occasions?
I think people's focus and energy is on so many things now. I think back in the day when women wouldn't go outside without their red lip, or their earrings on.
Their finger waves.
Yeah, I know. I just think there are so many other things to worry about than how I look when I go to Walmart.
Because you don't worry about the way you look.
I don't. Okay. Now, for me, I live in the Midwest in the country somewhere, so I don't feel like I need to be hair and makeup ready to go to the grocery store.
Do you wear pajamas to Walmart?
I do not wear pajamas to Walmart.
Jeannie does.
I do wear like some sweats or something and because there might be that one person that might see you and be like, ooh, Jeannie was looking busted.
And you're Michelle Williams.
But but where I am, I don't even know if nobody knows that. So for me, but I do believe in whatever setting you're going to be in, please dress appropriately.
Yes, I agree.
I mean.
There's a time and a place for everything.
First of all, that picture you showed, Jeannie, was back in the 40s, all right? That was in the 40s. They didn't have the type of material back then. They had to dress like that because they ain't had sweatpants and stretch, denim. So they had to dress like that.
Yeah. I want to dress like that.
Sometimes you do. Look, we got the same outfit on, Tamara.
Shade, Lonnie.
We got the shade.
Come on. No, but what I mean is I want to dress up when I go out. Yes. Sometimes I just don't have the energy to do it.
But this is my question to you.
It takes a lot.
When you were talking about dressing appropriately, like you go to church now, and people, remember when they used to be church clothes?
I got in trouble from my grandmother.
See?
You cannot wear jeans to church.
No pants.
You have to wear a hat.
Yeah.
But
I
that
like
was the
these
way.
little new trendy churches that,
we couldn't wear pants. We couldn't wear red lipstick. We couldn't wear jewelry if we were singing in the choir. There were so many rules, and I just want to praise Jesus. That's all I want to do.
Me too.
Come as you are.
That's all I want to do.
You can come to church dressed as you like. Now, I think it should be appropriate in the sense of,
so no
maybe don't wear a neckline that's down to your navel. But I think if you're comfortable, you should be able to praise God in comfortable jeans.
Yes, or shout. If I'm shouting, I want to be comfortable when I'm shouting.
Exactly.
And covered.
Yeah, that's the problem. Some of these heifers don't be covered in church.
Oh, God.
You know what I'm talking about.
That is a problem.
That's why you got to break out the modesty cloth sometimes and sit it over some people's laps.
That's what we do in the old church. If you're coming in church, they'll put a little scarf around your waist. Especially you go to the altar and you're I know people are looking at me like I'm crazy, but yes, but it happened.
It's
your
called
skirt's
modesty
too
cloth.
short. In case you fall out under the Spirit, they come cover you up a little bit. But how did we get on this subject?
Well, I brought it up.
No, that you should dress appropriate in certain places. Moving from New York to LA, I've got to say, people don't really dress up here. Now, when you moved from New York, I thought like Hollywood, folks are going to be dressing up and, they're going to be in evening gowns like they're going to the Oscars every day. No. When I got here, I would go to nightclubs like super dressed up with my girlfriends, excited to go out. And girls were literally in like jean shorts, T-shirts. It was like very, like you almost wanted to look like you didn't bathe. Like grungy and like almost I was too cool. You know what I'm talking about? Like my hair's a little dirty and greasy. My nail polish was a little chipped. You know the look I'm talking about.
It's a look that's huge here in LA, and that's why I miss the art of dressing up. The thing is, I love getting dressed up.
When you feel like you absolutely cannot decide what to do in a personal situation, why not hand it over to someone who can give it to you straight? That's where our lovely Adrienne comes in. It's time for another edition of Absolutely Adrienne.
Absolutely. Absolutely not. Absolutely. Absolutely not.
I love that last one. That's like your mom.
Okay, ladies, I'm feeling the vibe today. Stop laughing at my absolutely's. All right, let's hear it. What do you guys have?
Okay, it's a good one, Aid. Today's story comes from Sabrina in Newport News, Virginia. Hi, Sabrina.
Hi, Sabrina.
Who watches us on Wavy TV 10. She writes, hi, guys. Hi, Adrienne. I recently rekindled my relationship with my high school sweetheart. He's an amazing man, and things between us are very serious. We've talked about marriage many times, and it fills me with butterflies, but not for the reason you may think. Here's the issue. I don't like his last name. So if we get married, I want to keep my own. And I don't feel like hyphenating my last name would be a good choice either. His last name is very important to him and his family, and I feel like if I told him this, he would be upset. I love the man, but I hate the name. Help me out, Adrienne. Should I talk it through with him, or should I just take the title and be proud of it? Sincerely, the future, Mrs. King Hooker.
Oh. Poor baby.
Well, girl, you should absolutely think about it. You should give this some serious thought. Okay, multiple things. One, you really love the guy. It is just a name. You should give it the thought and the option. You know, for instance, I didn't really like my last name growing up. By long, no one can pronounce it, so I always thought, okay, the day I get married to somebody, they'll probably have this amazing last name. Love you to death, babe. People still can't pronounce Houghton either. So I was like, okay, well, what is the pros and cons of, you know, the last name? At the end of the day, I want to have a family with this person. I would love for us to all be, you know, the Houghton family, and that works. Even if you don't know how to pronounce it, I'm going to help you right now. But, you know, if you really love this guy, you could be a hooker, and you can have a bunch of little hookers. If you think of it that way. And take pride in that. And if it means so much to him, and you really love this person, all jokes aside, you start to love the name. You'll start to love the name. It means something to him, and you should give it a chance. And if you want to hold on to your last name, King Hooker, Queen Hooker, Little Hookers, embrace it and have a good time with it. Laugh about it, make it a joke. It becomes your little thing.
She'll be his hooker.
Exactly.
And that's all that
forever.
matters. Yes.
Yeah, it'll be the new ride or die. You my hooker.
Yes.
You know? Okay. You could make it good. I've heard people with way worse, you know? But when you love somebody, love is blind. You know, love makes you do crazy things like become a hooker.
Wait, can you imagine the hooker monogrammed on the towels?
I know.
The Hooker family. It's not that bad.
Well, Adrienne, you came through once again. Well done. Thanks to our fans for submitting their stories. From box office hits like Why Did I Get Married to hot TV shows like Tyler Perry's Meet the Browns, our next guest can do it all. She's got brains, beauty, and talent. Please welcome my girl, Denise Boutte.
Yeah. Woo! Welcome to the show. You just see, this is my modesty cloth. Thank you very much. Now, you came with food. Tell us about this. What is this?
I figured I had to butter you ladies up and bring you some good stuff.
This is the way to do it.
Yes, this is straight from my kitchen. These are my homemade pecan pralines, just like my mama used to make.
Wow.
And a friend of mine actually encouraged me to go out and mass produce these puppies. So we're actually on the hunt right now for a chocolatier to work with in order to get these out on the market. And I'm already in the midst of writing my own cookbook. So maybe the secrets of those, particular candies won't be in there, but we've got a lot of good stuff to share with you guys because I'm from the South. That's what we do.
Every woman needs a secret recipe that's going to be like her secret weapon.
There you go. That's how you trap them.
Yeah.
That's how you trap them. Yes.
How did you learn to cook? These are amazing, by the way.
Yeah. You know what the funny thing is? I didn't actually start cooking until I left home. It was kind of like I got homesick. And so I called my mom, and we were on the phone, and I was just like, Mom, how do you make a roux? Mom, how do you make... And after a few years, I started compiling all these family recipes, and I was like, you know what? In order to pay homage to my grandparents, I think it would be a great thing to have this for my family. And it just kind of snowballed from there, and now I'm in the midst of bringing it to all of you. So, yeah.
Trust me. You want these mass-produced.
Okay,
that's exactly what I needed. Okay, now, I know that you and Lonnie go way back.
We do.
How did you guys become friends?
Oh, Lonnie.
No.
Oh, my God. That's
Lonnie has friends, people.
Yes. Yes. That's my LL right there, okay? That's LL. But no, we were actually visiting each of our agents at the agency, and we started having a little small talk and realized that we shared a whole lot about, creating our own vehicles, not just waiting on, going into a room and winning people over. And we wanted to take charge of our careers, and we started coming up with concepts and ideas, and it just kind of snowballed from there.
Look at you now.
Yeah.
Not doing too bad.
I was there, I remember when her daughter Jordan was a baby, and now she's 5 years old.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
And she's taking karate now. You actually have caught her on video showing off some of her moves.
Oh, honey, she is major.
We wanted to take a look at that.
She
Watch
is
my
off the
baby
chain.
Jordan.
Check it.
Show me your kid.
Oh. She is serious. Okay. Now, you had a totally different childhood than your daughter.
I did.
You grew up on a farm in Louisiana?
I did.
Please tell us what that was like.
Okay, it was a special place. My grandparents, I had chores every day. I would go, my particular job was picking the eggs. And so I would go into the barnyard, I could go to the chicken coop and I would pick eggs. And a lot of times, sometimes you would get a little more than you bargained for. You kind of reach up in there and you kind of couldn't see, and all of a sudden it was like, oh, there's a snake.
Oh my gosh.
Wait,
and at
what?
the time, sometimes there would be egg-eating snakes that were in there. And so, and I didn't even I didn't trip. Honey, I took the shovel and I handled my business.
Oh, I heard that.
But wait, now?
Yeah.
I am terrified. I can't even watch a snake on television. I will freak out. And I will get, and sometimes Jordan does it like, Mommy, it's gone. And I look at like, oh God, like freaking out because she thinks it's funny and it's not.
That sense of humor.
It's not.
I am with you on the being scared of snakes, but
terrified.
In something better and nothing scared to talk about.
Yeah.
Your movie Media premiere, which premiered last month.
Yes.
TV One has made it into a series.
Yes.
Congratulations on that.
So you guys get the big announcement. You get the big announcement.
Yeah.
Yes, it is officially a series. So I'm so
congratulations.
excited to announce that and share it with you all.
Yes.
Yes. So big things. Really excited about that.
Well, what is it about?
Well, Media, I would say, is kind of a bit of The Godfather with a sprinkle of Empire. Okay, here you have the Jones family, and basically they are the top of their game with regards to television, with regards to print and radio, and everybody's trying to take them down. Okay, and so of course they have to protect what's theirs, and they have to look out for their family, and they will go through whatever length necessary to protect their family and to protect their fortune.
Okay, well, every day when we come to work, our glam squad makes sure that we're looking fly. But guys, our audience is super fly too. You guys always look amazing. You really are. So today we're celebrating them by showcasing their style. It's Slay Day.
Many of you have been using our hashtag, #TheRealSlayDay, to show off your style and brag on yourself a little bit. We see you. Check out who we found slaying the internet.
Yes. By the name of @TheVicStylist on Instagram. Victoria came all the way through with this bohemian look. Yes. What do you ladies think?
She looks I thought this was a real magazine.
Me too.
Yeah.
She looks amazing.
She really does. And the color, the hat,
the
hair,
jewelry.
everything.
That's what stood out to me, the hat and then the braids.
Yeah.
Ooh, I even see that she has piercings in her braids, which are so on trend right now.
Oh, wow. Now, we couldn't leave without showing off our studio audience. So who thinks that they have slayed today? Who?
Show us your outfit. Okay. Where you at? Okay.
Well, all right, we scanned the audience, and there's one woman who stood out. So when you see your outfit on the screen, stand up so Jeannie, our resident style expert, can get the 411 on your slayful look.
Ooh!
She did.
Oh, there she is.
Looks beautiful.
Oh, look at this one.
Beautiful.
Why do I feel like I'm holding Sierra's
love about this is there's like some bling on basic denim. She went with a staple and dressed it up because ain't nobody can tell you you're not ready for a red carpet.
Thank you, girl.
You look gorgeous. So tell me about the inspiration for your outfit.
I actually designed this myself.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
Okay. That's good.
I love denim, and so the shoes are from downtown.
Okay.
But the necklace and the hat are from shopvx.com.
Okay.
And the whole dress is available at shopnetta.com.
Oh my gosh, it's so on trend, but at the same time, it's definitely your own signature touch.
Yes.
So and you got to advertise yourself. So good job, right on national
Girl,
television.
I know. You're so pretty.
Thank you. So are you. Oh my gosh.
Really personal style. I love that.
What's your name?
Robin from DC.
DC in the house.
You look amazing.
Thank you.
Listening. So beautiful.
Stunning,
So, Robin,
right?
we'll have to get your information later on.
Yes.
This is good.
Right? Well,
so
ladies,
gorgeous.
since we love both of your styles so much, we want to make sure you slay every day with this, the Damas Red Leather Saddlebags.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Isn't that hot?
I love that. Oh my God, that actually goes great with her outfit.
I know, right?
It goes with the denim. Oh my gosh.
You want
Thank you.
It's a great addition to any outfit to hold your most precious belongings in style, so keep
Smell
slaying,
good.
ladies.